Well, hey guys, it's Retro Dad. I know I look terrible. I wasn't planning on doing a video today, but I turned on my phone today and I saw a video entitled Retro Games Are Useless. And I had to respond, so that's coming up after this. One, I actually made a video 2 years ago called Chasing Yesterday's Dream. I never released it, and it was about kind of the same topic you talked about retro gaming and the fact that there's something about it that's throwing you off.
Is the amount of work that goes into collecting. You have to work to make money, to go find the games, to buy the games, to clean the games, to bring them home, but you don't have time to play them necessarily, just to test them out. You repeat the cycle. Repeat, rinse, repeat, rinse. You're working so much, and on top you add the video content that you want to do. There's no free time. Plus you have a family on top of it. So you got family time, you got work, you got hobby, you got video production, playtime. And I'm not, trying to complain about it. I'm not saying, oh, boo hoo hoo, Retro Dad, grow up. No, I'm just saying, in actuality, that's something a lot of us have to deal with. Juggling, doing that juggling act. And it's to the point where the amount of time I've gotten to play the games is so low. The only time I play them is for videos. All the Game Boy stuff, videos. When I was playing retro games almost every day for like a couple weeks, it was all for video content. I have not been able to do that in a long time because I captured all that game footage and I can go back and go, okay, I want this, this, and this for the video. It's just time consuming.
I was chasing after the NES licensed set, and I was only about 17 or 18 away at that time from a licensed set. And I was starting to feel this strange, I don't know if foreboding is the right word, but there was something going on with it. Well, around this time, I ended up getting a couple higher end games. I got Bonks, ended up getting Panic Restaurant, and I had to sell about 80% of my collection due to a family emergency, which did not happen. So I have a lot of regret based on that. And I stopped watching YouTube for over a year, possibly in a year and a half. Started watching YouTube content one day, and I noticed all these guys were selling their collections around the same time I sold mine. Now I thought that was kind of interesting because I kind of felt that there was a consciousness shift going on in 2017. Even before I sold my collection due to that almost a family emergency, I got rid of things like the N64, the Game Gear, and Sega CD, Sega 32X CD combos. I at one time had over 3,000 games. People not feeling the hobby seemed to hit about late 2016, but really went full force in 2017. Let me explain a little bit more what I'm talking about. These are people, they woke up and realized, what am I doing in my life? Why am I collecting? Why am I surrounded by this stuff from when I was 7, 8, 9, 10, maybe even younger, maybe a little bit older? And some people were really conflicted. I felt the confliction for a while. Some people, yes, they were selling due to financial reasons. Some people were doing it because they didn't want to play the old games anymore. They found alternative ways, which I'll get to in a little bit. And just some people had too much stuff and it was taking up too much space. And that's a huge thing too, the space issue. They felt that these were taking up too much space, or the fact they just were done. They didn't want to live in the past anymore. And let's face it too, some people just realized it wasn't worth the sticker price anymore to be out there collecting like they were. They had other obligations. Is it fulfilling anymore? And for some people, it wasn't. It used to be where they were on the phone or on the computer constantly looking for deals, going to eBay, going to OfferUp, going to Craigslist. It was taking up a huge amount of time of their lives. Is retro games useless? Are they taking up that much of your life? It might be, depending on the individual. And some people, maybe, some people, probably, and some people, no. In this consciousness shift that was talking about selling, said, I don't want to waste my time anymore. I think time's a huge equation to this question about, is retro games useless? You know, I started with retro collecting due to nostalgia reasons. I wanted games that I didn't have in my childhood, you know, like DuckTales or DuckTales 2, Chip 'n Dale 2, Batman the video game, things like that. I think there was this whole nostalgia rush about us trying to connect to our youth. And those days are gone. Even though we can still get the same feelings of playing these, it's just not the same as a child. But we can get connected when you pick up a game you had as a kid, and you can be transported right back to the 90s or the 80s, per se. And I've been doing it for about 6 years, and I've seen a lot of things change. I've seen a lot of people get burned out doing YouTube content, because I know it can be taxing. When I was making videos every week, or 100 hours on a single project, or 80 hours on a project, even my simple collecting videos, I try to throw graphics and everything in there. It takes a lot of time. At the same time, you have to play the games, talk about the content, and you have to go there and collecting is not the same it used to be as well. And one thing I also want to bring up is you're talking about the digital aspect and physical aspect. I still am a firm believer of having physical media, but I could see the convenience of playing modern systems. I feel the same way. I like to play the Switch. I play a little bit of the PS4, a little bit of the Xbox One, tend to go towards the Switch. Another thing you said that I thought was kind of interesting too, you're a family man, and so am I. And I kind of feel a lot of people who are feeling that pressure, a lot of them were family men or family women, they had significant others. I'll give you guys a hint. If you want to be able to play games your whole life and you don't want to have to get rid of your stuff, either stay single or have someone who's exactly like you. And that might not always be a good thing either, because opposites attract. But you might want someone who has the same love and passion for the hobby. Because as a family person, your attention gets devoted to your family. And if you have work, work takes away from your family. Work takes away from your time of gaming. And you want to throw gaming on top of it. If you got the new games, and like you said, JT, you can't keep up with the gaming. I have a backlog of over 1,000 games. I can't get to them all. Luckily, I recorded game footage of some of the retro games for content and future content videos where I played all the way through them. You have to look back to your childhood. You have to look back at what you're doing as a content creator, as a family man. All that has to be taken in account as a human being as well. Are retro games useless? And I could see the struggle. I've witnessed it. I felt it myself. And I think a lot of other people are having that struggle. And I think that's why we have certain people that used to be really active in our community are no longer a part of it. I've witnessed many people that were really big on my Facebook groups. I'd bump into them all the time at the expos, are no longer in the community. Seem to stem from that 2016-2017 era. Someone called me, interrupted when I was doing the video on the phone. So here is an outro. It's a 2-year-old video, and we're releasing it in August. So take it away, 2017 Retro Dad. Well, thank you so much for watching. Have fun. Go game. See you later.